Well, I've been modelling.
You've been modelling. Who for?
What have you been modelling, Hamish?
Vogue magazine.
Oh.
No.
The latest. Nerd Vogue. It's like Teen Vogue, but nerds for nerds. I'd actually read that. I would 100% read Vogue designed for the hobbyist.
Yeah, it's called.
Isn't that White Dwarf?
It's called White Dwarf.
Oh, I'd love like a collab between like the editorial team of White Dwarf takes over Vogue. And the editorial team of Vogue takes over White Dwarf.
Oh, that just like as a one-off special.
As a one-off.
You just see all these like nerds doing poses like for
glow ups.
You don't get stuff like that no more, do you?
No.
Everyone's too serious these days. Whatever happened to
the collabs are all limited to
I've not read a White Dwarf
everything.
in a long time, but I remember White Dwarf being really funny. Like genuinely funny, but I don't know if that's still the case. Anyone who still reads it, but
well, Games Workshop's just bigger now, isn't it? It's an actual company. It's not just a bunch of dudes in a shed having a pop at a magazine. You know what I mean? Well, anyway, I've been playing this really awesome game called Trench Crusade.
I've heard of this.
Yes, if you are a tabletop gamer, you definitely would have heard of Trench Crusade. There's a lot of old school, like Warhammer, like artists and the guy who made Warhammer. It's basically just like an all-star team of the good times of Warhammer have come together and made this brand new game called Trench Crusade. So I've been doing some modeling, and this is a hell. You think that's cool? You wait until
show me your big beast.
Oh wow! Yeah.
Are these official? Are the models out yet, or are these just?
I mean, is it me or did that first guy look like Jarl?
Sure. It's a knight. So, dude with.
I guess it's the halberd. Well, it's more of
the halberd and the helmet.
It's just a. Knight.
It's pretty Jarl, to be honest.
Oh, because Jarl is like the first ever knight we've ever seen.
Well,
it's we never
it's
knew.
a Flesh and Blood podcast, Hamish. Come on, we got to take these.
I'm really sorry.
Got to bring it back.
This is the earliest we've talked about Flesh and Blood on a podcast in probably months. So,
and we started off with Trench Crusade. So there you go.
Give the people what they want.
I loved it. I'll curtail the story time a little bit towards my nerdery. But
where'd you get the models from? Out of interest.
Okay. They're 3D printed by my friend.
Yeah, I thought they might be. That's cool.
It's really cool that this normally you'd see
really good quality.
Like you'd see stuff like this in like a shop. You'd buy it, and I've sprayed all this, so you'd think you'd just buy this in a shop. It's kind of wild. Someone printed it in their house, and you get a model of this detail. You're like, what? You print like. The future.
That is pretty crazy now, isn't it? Yeah.
They look great. And you're giving them a little spray. They look.
Have you still got your 3D printer, Hamish?
Yeah, but it's not a resin one. It's a.
It's a filament one.
It's a filament one, which the filament ones are not useless in the model gaming scene because you tend to lean on them to do terrain because it's
terrain.
The details. You do want to get some good detail, and you can get like finer filament stuff, but it's more robust. It's just like it's
right.
You're gonna chuck scenery around a bit more, put it in a box and stuff. Whereas models, you lean on more of the detail. So like if you made a resin terrain, it can work, sure, but like you're just gonna be sweating putting it away, if that makes sense. Especially in our club, they get thrown in boxes and all sorts, and if they're resin, it's just like that's gonna last a week and they're gonna smash to bits. Okay. So you want to have STL stuff.
A little bit more fragile.
Yeah, so it's been fun. I've been leaning into the model scene a bit more, and I'll just say this bit then. I went. My Faye took the car out to take a friend out, and I was like, I really want to get some spray because I've made my models and I've got my shed, and it's the first time I'm using my shed as a nerd. So I jumped on a Voy scooter, those little like the electric. I actually did. I jumped on a Voy scooter,
scooted around town,
and I scooted. And I bet you're gonna say, "Oh, but you went to Games Workshop." I didn't, because every nerd doesn't really buy their spray from Games Workshop because it's like £5 or £8 more expensive than. So you go to Halfords and you get primer paint for way cheaper, and it's the same stuff. So I voice scooted to Halfords, got my spray, scooted on back, and then was in my nerd shed. And it was beautiful on Saturday as well. Like nice.
Oh, the weather was insane.
The weather was beautiful. The sun was out, nice breeze. I was in my shed, being a nerd, spraying my models up, and then I looked down, and I was like, oh my God, my Bud Lights from Christmas are in the shed. Bam! Popped a can open. I haven't got the kids in the house, and I'm spraying models.
Beautiful.
Oh my God. I said to Faye, I've never been so happy in my life.
That's exactly not what to say to your wife on a
Oh,
day.
no. It was just... I felt like I'm now hitting... I am mid-30s.
Yeah,
I'm 35.
I'm going to be
Literally.
36 soon. It's all down here, from Halfords.
Young whippersnapper.
I never really played war games, but I do enjoy painting models because I find it very relaxing. So I can understand why you would enjoy like just a day of spraying. Also, I feel like the solvent does contribute quite a lot to the enjoyment of the day.
Of course,
especially in the shed.
No, like there's something.
How well ventilated is your shed?
Oh, the doors are wide open. Like everything's open, but it's like that. It's when you used to go into Games Workshop and they did kind of paint and they spray. You're not allowed to spray in the shop. You spray around the back, but there's the glue. It's the solvent smell. It's all of that. It's the whole package of 90s going into Games Workshop, and that it's that model smell, nerd model smell. And I had it, and I was just in there spraying the stuff up, and it was just like, this takes me back to my youthful teenage times of collecting 40k. So yeah, I loved it. Now I've got to do the daunting part, which is actually painting these things.
You've primed them.
I primed them. They're ready to paint. I just haven't done this in close to a decade now. So let's see what happens. Anyway, should we? That was my model bet. That was meant to be home news, and I kind of jumped in ahead. Should we do?
Have you gone for home news?
Well, that's my home news. So let's do some drinks. Let's do some drinks.
All right, Hamish, what are you drinking?
Well, Simon, I've got a Girl from Mars, a Session NEIPA.
That looks cool.
Oh, is that Buxton Brewery? Very nice.
Yeah. It's.
Where'd you get that from?
Father Christmas.
That's a good one. Yeah,
is that a good one? Okay.
Well, it looks cool. I just judge them by their labels now.
Yeah, I mean,
what does it say? It's just a Session IPA.
It's a Session NEIPA.
New England
IPA. New England IPA.
New England IPA. It'll be very hazy. It'll look like a milkshake.
Oh. Okay, Simon, what are you drinking?
Well, I've gone a bit off piste. Only slightly. This was a birthday present from my wife.
Are you on call?
I'm not tonight. No.
Oh, okay. Alcoholic beverage?
Yes. This is Venom. The Bullet for My Valentine spiced mead.
Oh,
who knew?
Mead. Very cool.
Who knew that Bullet for My Valentine did mead? Well, actually, I did because I've had the other one. They do a non-spiced and a spiced mead.
I've got it in me. My mead don't fall, they crash around me.
Yeah, he's got
that should be the advert. All right, Wildcard Trip. What are
Come
you
on, Trip.
Well, I'm drinking. I couldn't be bothered to go to the shop to get a beer, so I'm drinking this tiny bottle. It's called Shanky's Whip, made in Ireland.
Is it like a moonshine?
It's a whiskey blend. So I've got that. But it's whiskey and something. It's like an Irish like cream, a caramel. So I don't know how good it's going to be, but I've got it over some ice here.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to drink that.
Okay, Trip. I feel like again you're just. You're way more wilder than me. Like, and I kept thinking, oh, Hamish, you're the guy that drinks whiskey and gets drunk, and I'm like, Trip beats me sevenfold at this point.
Hamish is just on lagers. I mean, show me how hazy your beer is. Yeah, you go. Look at it. It's a beauty.
That does look cool. I will say this is very strange.
Mine tastes like Christmas apple juice, but it's got 10% booze in it. Cheers.
Oh, I like this. I think I'm a New England IPA guy.
It feels like it's like a cream soda. It's like whiskey cream, so it's like a creamy whiskey, but it's 33%.
Oh,
but it doesn't. It generally tastes like a cream soda Coca-Cola. It doesn't taste like whiskey at all.
Is it like it doesn't have that like I call it chemically. You know when you drink it and you're like, God, it's a bit bleachy.
Yeah.
No, it really. It does have that kind of artificially taste, which isn't great, but it's very drinkable.
Wow.
I could see you getting very drunk on this. It's very strong. I can drink this in one sip, basically, because it's not.
Is that drinkable?
Is that drinkable? Oh, I just saw that bottle and just went, "That's a hangover."
I mean, this is a 10%. This is basically honey wine, isn't it? So that's 10%, and I could see myself drinking quite a lot of this tonight because it is tasty.
Wow. Let's get on with the let's get on with it. Let's start.
Fancy drinks this episode of Push the Point.
Yeah, fancy.
Fancy for Hamish, fancy for us. So.
Right, let's do the wheel of time.
Well, the wheel has been
the wheel.
Fun. Oh. The wheel has been fun. So
the winner.
So in case you don't know, every episode of Push the Point we spin a wheel, and the winner gets 6 packs of Flesh and Blood. What is the current pack? It is the Hunted. So you're getting the most recent pack. Very, very useful pack to open at the moment. Lots of expensive cards. And the winner of this week's, or this fortnight's, 6 packs is Alex Kittu, everybody.
Whoa!
It was a very close one. The arrow is literally on the line. And I won't say who Alex was next to, but it is literally on the line. But wheelofnames.com has decided that it is indeed Alex. So
UK
congratulations.
National champion and calling top 4 regular Alex Kitsu.
Yeah,
just a great player. Just all around great player. UK Nat Champ.
Top 12 in Pro Tour Amsterdam as well. I could be making that up, so I'll definitely say top 16.
Yeah, let's say top 32. Yeah, definitely top 64.
Participant.
So, he definitely was there.
Yeah,
so I wasn't.
Find out he wasn't even there.
He wasn't even there. He's from
Europe. I'm sure he was there.
Right, Hamish has done some of his home news. Trip, have you got any home news?
Well, I had a
partners.
No.
We'll run through this. We've got 3
the partners real quick.
We've got 3 awesome partners. We've got Thistle Tavern, a Scottish shingle seller from Aberdeen. He does some amazing singles for Flesh and Blood. If you Push the Point Patreon, you get 10% off all singles online. Go check out their store. It's based in Aberdeen, and they've been on the news, if you didn't know. So, you know, they're on TV.
And in a good way.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Hot deals. They were that. Yeah. And we got Metal Fab Tokens as well. American token seller that predominantly does metal tokens for trading card games. Go check them out on metalfabtokens.com. I have a load of Metal Fab Tokens here as well. So if you want it for Royal Mail prices, just hit us up on the UK tab on the website and we'll get that over to you nice and easy. Also, pretty good deal for if you're in Europe as well. And we've got PCG, a grading service that is based over in New Zealand. We have a UK office, and they basically do gradings for all the TCG games. If you're a Push the Point patron, you get a voucher based on the pledge that you put in. Up to 3 months, you can cash it in and get a sweet deal for your grading. Go check them out. All the links are below. And there you go. That was a nice, concise way of doing it. I was like, oh, pow, 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 pow.
Bang, bang, bang.
Very speedy.
Home news. Let's go, Trip. What are we saying?
So I had a very busy 2 weeks. My sister got married.
Congrats.
When was it? It was the 15th of November, 15th of February.
Yeah.
So that was just after the podcast went up. So lovely day. I was the maid of honor. So I don't know if I said that.
Very sharp.
I had a nice new blue suit from Marks and Spencer's, which I was it was a good suit. I was very happy with it. I looked around for some options, and then I just ended up going to trusty M&S, which I didn't think they'd have anything good, but I really like that suit. So
I'm a Next guy.
Oh, I had a look in Next, and I just didn't find what I wanted. I tried Next. I tried H&M, River Island, and Zara, and I was very disappointed in all of them. And then I walked into M&S, and literally the first suit that they show you when you walk in on the men's floor, I bought that suit because I was like,
did you even look around? Did you just
I did, yeah, and I tried on the couple.
All right.
I tried on. I was like, I'll take a size 30 and a size 32 waist trousers to the
skinny boy
dressing room, and I'll be like, "Oh, one of them. I'll take the one that fit me."
Long
leg? You're pleased? Not actually regular leg. I don't like a long.
Oh,
leg.
you're the guy that wants to have. You're an ankle swinger, aren't you?
But neither of them fit me.
Loves a bit of it.
I'm now officially a 34. So my
well,
those days are gone.
Oh,
yeah,
boy,
better put down the fork.
That's it. I gotta start cutting back. Gotta start doing my my exercises because it's a slippery slope.
That's why he's gone for the spirits tonight. He doesn't want to bloat himself.
But we had a great day. I did a reading at the wedding and I did a speech at the reception, which went down very well. But the best part was there was a mariachi band at the reception, and they were incredible. I'll just say, all three of them, they all looked like they were brothers. They all were sort of white-haired, probably in their 60s.
Okay. I know that life's getting a little bit right wing.
Well, I'm just saying none of them were Mexican.
No,
not a bit of Mexican blood in their bodies. But they were great guys. And
brilliant.
They knew how to play the the old guitar and whatever the little trumpet thing is.
I was going to say maracas, because that's a very complex instrument.
Yeah, but it was great. I had a lovely time. And then the following weekend, so most recent weekend, so like 2 days ago when we're recording this, or a week ago when this comes out, was Kate's birthday. So my wife's birthday. So we went to a fish place called Manzi's in Soho, and we had oysters for the first time ever. She really wanted to try oysters, yeah.
How did that go down? They're quite divisive.
I enjoyed it. It's more of a spectacle, I would say, than an actual culinary experience. But this was very fancy, and they gave you like lots of little dishes.
Did you have with your oysters? Did you have the Tabasco, the lemon, the vinaigrette?
So we had a vinaigrette. We had a vinegar, a chili, pouring chili Tabasco thing, and we had the little fork to like zhuzh it up, break it up. And then you just pour this delicious stuff in it. And basically, if you like vinegar and hot sauce...
You just taste that,
It's basically just like doing a shot.
It's salty vinegar.
Yeah. But I also had a very delicious fish and chips beforehand. Oh. That was fantastic. And then we saw a great show in Soho. And then we had a salt beef bagel on Saturday from Brick Lane. Because that's the best place to get a salt beef bagel in London. And so, it's been a pretty good couple of weekends, just doing good family stuff. Had a lovely time with the mariachi band. The wedding was great too. Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. So was going to play
until you said oysters.
Oh yeah, I didn't think you'd be an oyster fan.
I've never tried it, to be fair. I just remember the scene on Mr. Bean, and he's just like,
oh yeah.
You have to. You don't really eat them though. This is the thing. It's like you just swallow them. So it's kind of weird. It's like
I grew up in a town famous for oysters.
Well, I was going to say, and these oysters cost £2 each because it was the oyster happy hour. But if
that's still quite expensive.
I was going to say, if you get them outside of the happy hour, £4.20 an oyster.
Wow.
£4.20. That's so expensive. I grew up there. Simon grew up in Whitstable. That is a lot for essentially a salty surprise.
A one swallow trick,
one swallow salty surprise. And
I just think some people have it for free. So.
Well, I just think like I guess it is central London. You expect to pay more for something like that. At the seaside, you can get that for a lot less.
Yeah, £1.50, £1 an oyster.
Yeah, easy. Oh yeah, oysters.
Go to the sea and get a bucket.
Just take them out of the ocean. But it was great. I had a great weekend. Simon, what did you get up to?
I've been off for half term. I've had a week off with the kids, and we actually went down to Kent this last week just for a couple of days to visit our new nephew, 3 weeks old. Little baby Ezra. So that was very cute. He's super cute. But while I was down in Whitstable, my sister works at a place called the Salt Scrub Sauna, which is on the seafront in Whitstable Beach, and I think they've got one in Margate as well. May have come across these sorts of things. But yeah, it was great. You go and you sit in a wooden sauna, and you've got a view of the sea and the beach, and then you get out and you get in a plunge pool, and then you go back in the sauna. It was great. I was absolutely cool. It was the most relaxing thing I've done in a long time.
You guys do some trendy hippie shit, like saunas and oysters. And I'm voice scooting to Halfords.
Yeah, you can eat oysters on your scooter to Halfords if you want to.
Because
wouldn't necessarily
it is
pop into Ketcher and get our oysters.
Home of the oysters. The only thing, like literally everything about Kettering salty, other than the oysters.
Other than the seafood. Are you a seafood fan? Because a lot of people who aren't from the sea side really don't like that kind of shellfish scene. Is that?
Look, right. This is going to sound so white, middle class, like middle working class British.
Yeah.
Fish and chips is battered cod.
Yeah.
It is fish. I know you can turn around and say, oh, but is it really? Well, it is. That's about
it. Is.
That's
what
about.
What you say? That's the only fish you like.
Now, I like tuna, but again, does that count? Do you know what I mean?
It is a fish.
But otherwise,
it's funny
no, I don't. I remember eating.
Is that because you've not tried it, or because
no, I
you
have.
don't like it?
I went. My friend, when I was in school, was a farmer. Don't know why I'm saying he's a farmer, but anyway, he went and had dinner around his, and he had like a mackerel or whatever, just like a raw fish. Yeah. And they chopped it up, filleted it, blah blah blah, served it to me, ate it. I threw up.
So sad.
No, but I couldn't.
It was a very fishy fish.
No, but I like. It's kind of weird because I quite liked the taste. It was like, oh, this is tasty, but this is something that just sits.
Yeah, I don't think you'd get on with shellfish if you can't manage mackerel, because shellfish there's really no hiding the fact that it's a weird sea creature.
Yeah.
But it's quite interesting you say that, because traditionally shellfish is a very working class, because it's cheap. It's so cheap. Yeah. Traditionally,
cockles and whelks.
It's interesting how it's now become more of a luxury food.
Probably because everyone's fished it to death, and now it's probably.
But like jelly, have you ever had jellied eels? Or like jellied pie and mash and eels? No. It's not mash.
No, to be honest with you, I think my experience.
Lobster started off as a very working class thing.
I'm not surprised, because you can just.
It was actually a dedicated campaign to make lobster by the lobster industry to make it a luxury item, so that they could make a living better. I think it was in the sort of New England area of the US.
Yeah, I don't. I avoid seafood because of that experience, and I just kind of go, you know what? If I have too much of it, if I'm going to travel somewhere, I really don't want to spend a lot of money and roll the dice.
Yeah, that's fair.
You kind of want to just go. Like, I know people are going to go, oh, Hamish, so uncultured. But when you tried ramen, you just know it's the same components of what you would normally eat.
It's noodle soup.
It's noodle soup, right? So you've had noodles, you've had this, you had that. It's just done in a different way, but you know that's going to be safe. But fish food is like another. It is. It's another subcategory of food.
Trip. What's the strangest sea creature you've eaten?
I had the I really don't get on with whitebait. You know, the tiny little fish.
The whole fish in at once.
I had that once in a pub, and it freaked. I think I didn't throw up like Hamish did, but I had. It was just something about it was really weird. It's like eating little worms, like the little tiny fish in a bowl, and that I didn't like.
I've had point out it wasn't straight away. It was like I had my dinner, ate it all, and then like an hour later, I'm coming home, and I'm like, I just don't feel good, man.
I've had whelks. My sister's a big fan of whelks, but I always go for the baby prawns, mate, because they're so tasty. If you just fill that tub up with vinegar and a ton of baby prawns, oh my god, they're so good. So I never really branched out too much.
I think I actually had a prawn once, and I remember eating it, going, "This is." I liked it, but again, it was just like I'm like a one and done sort of guy, because if I have too much, it's just gonna get it's just gonna get, everything's gonna just have this sea salty taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would love to try an octopus, but again, I'm just in that camp of I need someone to buy the octopus, and I'll. But try also,
octopus has to be cooked really well for it to be good.
How does it?
It's so easy to overcook octopus and it just rubbery mess.
Simon, I imagine you've eaten the whole goddamn sea.
I haven't, but I guess the most out there sea creature I've eaten is a conch, as in a conch shell, like conch.
I thought you said something else there.
It's like a
cockle.
It's like a delicacy in the Bahamas. It's their like national dish.
That's cool.
I've had a kangaroo.
You've had
a kangaroo, yeah.
Raw.
Yeah, come here.
He fought the kangaroo.
Yeah, he had me kids, and I just went and punched it and started eating it. No.
Anyway, finish off home news. It's my little boy's birthday today, so
happy birthday! Christ, everyone's birthday. How come we've been doing this for almost like it's coming up to? Oh, it is actually coming up to. No, it must be. No, it's 4.
4 years.
Yeah, we're coming up to 4 years. Yeah. And now I don't realise we had so many birthdays around this time.
We're nearly at episode 100, guys.
Jeez.
Except we're not, but we're getting there.
Just so you know, everyone, right? It makes it, every time we just sit there, we're looking like we're episode 100. Just makes it feel like, are these guys just started? No, we've been doing this 4 years. Like, everyone runs off and does weekly podcasts, like, big brain people for YouTube. We're thinking, you know what? We'll do it bi-weekly. Because just look at Arsenal passes numbers. We're the same. That's how
we're on 93, right?
It doesn't
make sense.
We're
really close, but that's actually like 3.5 months. Away. So we might. We're actually we're not quite aligned with Pro Tour, which is we are so close.
There.
Being aligned
do we just do like
we could record episode 100 at the Pro Tour and then release it later? That's a possibility if we wanted to do a live episode.
All right, okay, Flesh and Blood time. Let's go. I do think we said we're gonna do what's hot, what's not.
We did say we're gonna do what's hot, what's not. So I think we should.
I think we should do a what's hot, what's hot, what's not episode.
Shall we do it?
Yeah.
Do it, man.
Let's go. What's hot and what's not? Wow. Still can't believe I've got it.
You still got it.
Still got it, boys.
Okay. And now we're going to do the goodbye. We're not, I suppose, really, we're in this. We don't know if this is gone, but
it's probably gone.
It's probably gone.
He's going to be gone.
Literally just opened Fab TCG.
Yeah, I'm just checking.
Just in case. Just in case they've decided to.
This happens so often that things get announced while we're doing the damn podcast.
Yeah.
So.
I'm going to say he's gone, and if he isn't, I don't care.
He's definitely gone. He won 24 events this weekend.
How do you know?
Yeah.
Because the pie chart's been released.
He's gone. He only needed 19. Okay, he's gone. Right, cool. I can now release my video. Goodbye, Viscerai.
You can.
Yeah. Okay. And while we're doing, you're going to basically see this live, everyone. While I go to YouTube, and I feel so sorry for you.
I can do it. I'm right here.
Oh, you're right there. Do you want me? All right, just put it out.
While we're doing that, should we start with Welcome to Race?
Yeah, let's do this. Trip, you release
the
goodbye. No. I took off the mid rails. Keep this. Yeah.
Sorry, guys. If you want to see Hamish's goodbye video, we want our 10 cents. So.
I want my pennies. Right. Okay, so let's start this off. Welcome to Dorinthia.
Dorinthia's quite good at the moment.
No, she's not. Not hot. Don't even wind me up.
She's not hot, but she's bad. She's better than she's been.
Best warrior. Best warrior.
All right. Yeah. Okay. I'll go with best warrior, but not hot.
Not hot.
No. Okay.
I like Dorinthia.
Katsu. Not hot.
Oh, you didn't even.
Sad times.
Sorry, no, Trip. I thought you were not allowed. You're the one that puts the non-talk. All right, go on. Finish off Dorinthia.
I think she's actually pretty good. No. I'm not just saying that because I lost to Dorinthia in my road to national. She's not hot.
Who was playing that?
She's way better. Tuck was playing that, if you know Tuck. They were playing, like, they did the whole blah, 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 the the combo. It was awful.
The
hero has a lot of
classic
stuff. It's not hot, but I just want to say it's not the worst hero. I would definitely keep playing her.
Okay.
If I like story. Yeah.
All right. Katsu, not hot.
Not hot.
No.
What is Katsu doing? What are they going to... Have they
even with his retrace the past, is he hot?
Just to make sure the Zephyr Needle never LLs? Is it not Zephyr Needle? Make sure Harmonize could actually never LLs? Is that just the meme? I really...
I tell you guys go. Send it.
I know we're doing what's hot, what's not right now, but should they just get rid of these heroes? Should they just reprint these heroes?
No.
New versions and just be like,
no, they don't need to. They could just make a very good. Yeah, they can make a very good piece of equipment dedicated to just them. You know, they can just print busted, broken stuff for these heroes at any time, but they won't.
They should print a foot piece for Katsu, and all it says is you can put Bonds of Agony in your deck, and then
Bonds of Ancestry.
I don't know what I'm on. I keep getting.
If he has Bonds of Agony in there, yeah.
I got that. It's this Shanky's Whip, guys. It's messing with my brain.
Okay, so
anyway,
so Katsu's not hot. Reiner.
I want him to be hot, but he's not.
Reiner's
not
hot.
No, he's not hot. Simon, stop even trying to be contrary. All right, Bravo's also not hot. Let's just get these over with. None of them are hot. Apart from Dorinthia is probably the best of the bunch.
Dorinthia surprisingly good.
But
a lot of warrior love in the last set.
But it's still not looking too high. Right. Wow. Arcane Rising. Viserai's LL'd. The first of the OGs.
Was hot.
Yeah, very hot.
He was very hot.
Yeah, absolute fire.
Who'd have thought, though, he'd be the first of the original 8 heroes?
I didn't think that. I was actually
Dash had it. She had it in her mouth, and the kids walked in.
No, honestly, I thought it was Azalea. I didn't miss. I didn't hear what you.
That is outrageous.
Doesn't matter, Hamish.
I'll listen back and I'll laugh then. I honestly thought Azalea was going to be the first one to leg it. Oh no, you're still just going to sit there and laugh now, and I'm not going to.
I genuinely thought it was so funny. I generally thought Kano would be the first hero to go of these 8. I thought he would go. He must be close.
No, I didn't think. No, I didn't think
not. Dash is next closest.
Yeah, but Dash is stalled. When was Dash's last point?
It was during the Nationals. During Nationals, Dash was on a tear. Yeah. Now, I honestly thought Azalea, when she was on her massive tear, that she was going to do it. But
again. Oh no, maybe Azalea's next closest other than Dash.
No, it is Dash.
Dash is 940, 0 points this season.
Yeah.
Azalea is 836, 23 points this season. So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Zen's going soon too. Zen is so close too.
Weirdly enough, you can actually see, I think the weakest out of the 4, we'll get into it. The weakest out of the 4 is Dash, but you can actually vision her going. You can vision Kano going, and you can vision Azalea going, which is a far cry from Welcome to Wraith, where you can don't see any of them going at all for ages. Whereas these ones, I'm actually like going, I don't know about Kano, but I can see Azalea going this year. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think Azalea's got a really decent chance, especially as the next set has a high chance of being support.
Some Ranger. Yeah,
it's kind of what we saw with Viserai. He got really strong support from the last set, obviously, the one before the 100. And that's what tips him over the edge, and we see that happen a lot. Just these heroes that get so many good cards, tip them over the edge. Azalea's already really good. Give Azalea a couple more busted Ranger cards, then could see her go.
Okay, let's do it.
I think Azalea's hot.
I think Azalea's hot.
Azalea's hot still.
I like Azalea in this meta.
She provides an element of disruption, whatever, right? Who'd have thought we'd be saying Azalea was the hot this far in? But yeah.
No,
I don't think she's the best, but I think I'm willing to give her a hot rating.
I think so. I've been watching a couple of games. It's again, like you said, Trip, the Viserai, like Viserai, her thing's not bad.
Yeah.
And there's not really a lot of block. It's kind of gone a bit aggro lately. Syndras, Auroras, Viserai's, and whatnot. She's kind of loving this. So I'm going hot.
Not really made the impact that a lot of people thought, hasn't slowed the meta down. We got heroes like Nu and Enigma still.
Well, yeah, we'll
come around to them.
I think I like Azalea and a Syndra meta.
Yeah, I do. Dash not hot.
No, Dash is kind of like just stalled. So close to LL.
I think we've said this about Dash every time.
I'll never say Dash is hot ever. Consistently.
Dash isn't hot.
No, Trip, you're the one. You have.
I said she was hot once.
Yeah, you did. And I think you're
she's
the wacky
not hot.
cracky.
Is she better than Dash IO? Just quick.
No, Dash IO is better. Kano, man, not hot. Not hot. I don't.
I feel like if Kano was hot, I would.
No, book
yeah, I'm just not seeing it. I think Kano's really. I think they've got Kano to a point where Kano's like actually, like, fine. Like,
yeah.
Like I'm pretty happy with the hero now, as opposed to before, and I was just like, this hero is.
Wildfire still.
Now the tomes have gone.
Yeah, it's just Wildfire. It's just doing its thing, I guess. But
yeah,
he's such a. He'll forever be the hero that is never. We will always say he's not hot because we just don't understand how to do it. But these Kano nutheads will do it.
He will LL. He'll because I think Kano just has the ability to win something like a calling. Like I see a Kano winning a couple of callings a year. Maybe that's a bit too much. Like a calling a year and a couple of battle hardens a year, and that just adds up and ticks over. And eventually he will be gone. He just doesn't get that consistent point from RTNs in the same way that other heroes do. But he'll hit a big tournament. People won't be expecting it. He'll blast through a big tournament. Suddenly he'll get like 50 points, and then that's how he's going to LL. I think. And that's how he's been growing. I'd say
tiptoeing, one little tiptoe at a time. All right,
he's not that high, is he? No. On the list?
But he will never stop.
Thing
is, 12 I think every season, you see some heroes, like you said, stall and get no points. I don't think I've ever seen him ever get no points. He's always getting points no matter what. So he's always tiptoeing.
Yeah, there's some Midwestern town where the local Kano player clearly just wins the RTN every single time, or some store in Japan where like there's clearly some Kano player who's just stomping everyone. There's always that now with how big Fab is.
Yeah,
it's actually really surprising when you see a hero not get any points. Like that's really surprising. And two of the heroes I can see here that've had no points this season are Dash and Katsu. So
Arachne Huntsman. I don't know. Anyway, we could go.
We can touch on that. We can
go off topic. Right. Okay. So we're in Monarch. So Bolton, not hot.
Bolton is not hot.
No.
Bolton's also got no points.
I mean, I've not even seen him around. Like usually he makes a bit of an appearance, but
no. To be honest, though, weirdly, I think he probably could have got some points in this season. Like a lot of the people running around. Attack action focused aggro decks, and you could probably make an argument of going they're going to be better than you, but this isn't like too wild. I don't understand why he didn't get any points, but he's not hot, so we'll just leave it as that. And then Levia, not hot. Sorry, man, son, that hero's garbage. But hey,
neither of those heroes have got any points this season.
She got no points.
Yeah, Levia, and this is week 2 numbers, but no points this season. So
wow. Okay. Right. Yeah. No, not hot. Right. Tales of Aria. Next, Uprising. It's just Fi.
Just Fi. Fi's not hot.
Not hot.
Fi's won a couple of tournaments, believe it or not. But not
he's
hot. It's weird, and it's like Fi's had a lot of support, but why not just play Syndra? Like. I guess that's the thing, right? Syndra's
just better. Like the fact that she can flick daggers and get them back easily.
Aren't they just doing the same thing?
Yeah, and Syndra does it better.
Yes, apart from Syndra does it better because she can flick daggers and get them back.
But I suppose really, I don't actually count Fires totally out. I think Syndra is the better complete aggro deck, but I think he's got a better armor suite potentially than her for potentially slower matchups that just need to
What's he running that she can't run?
I was going to say they're both draconic ninjas.
No. The point is that he actually has an inevitable endless game loop.
Yeah,
Fatigue decks can't stop. She actually doesn't have an endless fatigue loop. She does run out of steam. Vi does not run out of steam. So I think I can see people pivoting to him if the meta creates a space where actually I need to have an endless repetitive loop. He would be
currently
better.
Yes, but I don't think it would be too difficult for Syndra to just throw in. I think if Syndra wanted to do that, she could just throw in Kodachis and a couple of blows, and then
I don't
just
think
got
it's that. I think it's the Phoenix Flame looping of the Phoenix Flame.
It's kind of very similar because you're doing it with Emberblade, right? So you're going Emberblade 2 blues, and then you keep doing like the Emberblade and Phoenix Flame, Emberblade, Phoenix Flame. But
but 5 brings the Phoenix Flame back. That's his hero ability, whereas Syndra doesn't.
But what's that doing?
Look, I don't know. I'm just hearing people say stuff, and I'm just parroting off them. Anyway, so Phi's not hot.
I think Phi is not hot. I think that. Yeah, I think Phi. Like, if you look at what has Phi got access to that's better. I get what you're saying. Emberblade is nice, and Syndra doesn't want to run. Syndra doesn't really want to run blues. Doesn't want to run Kodachis. It's a lot of sideboard space for something like that. But I still think maybe if the meta.
Yeah. Sure. All right, Arachne Huntsman. Oh, whatever. This hot. Never hot. Never will be. Poor boy. I don't want to say never will be, but nowhere near close. So we're now into Dynasty. We are moving over to Christ Almighty.
Vincent.
No, it's Outsiders.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, Outsiders.
Yeah, Outsiders.
Yeah. Okay, Azuri. Not hot. No. I mean, another assassin.
No point. No point.
No.
Actually, I would say like we have a bit of an assassin. We have a lot of assassins.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy number of assassons, actually.
They're the new Rune Blades.
Well, apparently Rune Assassins is the way to call them now, right?
Yeah.
Maybe too many assassins, maybe.
I think I wouldn't be shocked if they just went, all right, pause. And I think I know why they pushed out so many assassins. And it's because they've introduced a new class in Dynasty so many sets later on. And it needed to have continuous sets to keep pushing these core strong cards into the mix. And now really you could look at all the assassins pool of cards and go, they're good, they're done, right? Yeah, you really don't need.
I'm not getting much for
this. I think they're probably done now, and it wouldn't surprise me if they make another class and repeat that cycle again of pushing heroes through to get another class ready. They didn't need to do that with Illusionist because that class is broken. But Azuri, not hot. And then Riptide. Ooh.
Riptide.
Ooh.
I'm not seeing Riptide anywhere. So
he had a bit of a flash last summer, but he's not been there since.
He could actually be he's weirdly positioned to do well.
I think he is.
No, he can smash Syndra and Aurora really, really well, and they're both top decks. This would have been his era. I would say weirdly would have been hot for RTN, but not. But I don't know. Not what are we even basing this context on? Pro Tour?
I guess the rest of RTN. I guess
a
I guess we're saying like a non-Viscerai meta. So
non-Viscerai meta. I'd actually put Riptide as hot if we remain in the camp of Aurora and Syndra leading the pack. I'd put him. I think
the trouble is that Aurora and Syndra are, but the other ones are really bad for Riptide.
Well, no, Riptide does not. He basically gets better for Viscerai Go because it was unwinnable.
He does, but I feel like there's three other heroes.
Okay,
that I think are very good into Riptide, and I think on my other all three of them, I think.
So you're saying so I say Riptide hot. You two are saying not hot, yeah?
Not hot.
Okay, right. Dusk Till Dawn, Prism.
I think so. This is kind of what I'm alluding to. Is I'm pretty sure that Prism is good, and I like Prism.
Yeah.
I see Prism a lot more. I think she's doing really well. I like the hero. I think it plays well into the current meta, and I think she's hot.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think she's hot too. I think she's in a spot, but purely because Enigma's having a bit of a cool down. I think that's what's bringing her up.
Yeah,
and I think
now Viscerai's gone. She's hot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Vincent.
I think Vincent.
I want to say hot. I want to say hot.
Yeah. I've been weaned off by Rob Catton. She must be.
She's much better.
Oh, of course she's much better, but is she hot? This is like the Dorinthia problem I've got with you, Trip. Like, I think
it's interesting that you mentioned Dorinthia because I feel very similar about how
they're better.
She's not bad. She's really good, but is she hot though? Is she? And I'm not sure that she is. She's like really exciting and cool.
Yeah.
But it's sometimes you're like, wow, that hero is really exciting and cool, and that hero is doing so much better than it did. You're like, wow, it must be really good now. And it's like, well, just because it's doing so much better than it wasn't doing that well.
No.
Now it looks like it's doing amazingly, but it's actually just doing better than it was doing.
It's still not doing very well.
Yeah.
It's just better than it's just better than it's now no longer poo on the floor. It's just now the bin.
Yeah.
Which is better.
And I think a lot of people will move from Viscerai. Do I think that? Do I think that? I don't know if I do think
that. It's a different place.
Very different kind of hero.
I can tell you from a guy who played a lot of Viscerai and a guy that's played a fair amount of Vincent. Your similarities sort of kind of lie in the world of you do need to get the mix of non-attack action cards and attack action cards. That deck building feel is still kind of there, but it's kind of doing things way harder, but your numbers are a bit bigger, if that makes sense. More effort for bigger numbers. And then when you look at Viscerai, you go, I don't really care about the big numbers. I just really don't want to have a hard time. Like, I just want to just throw 0 into 0 into 0. And so I think what's also hard is that when Viscerai gets Runeblade hands, he doesn't lose health. He just blocks.
Yeah.
Vincent has Runeblade hands. You go, oh my god. Not only do I do nothing, I also lose health. This is awful. So anyway, we'll wrap this up. I'm gonna put her in the not hot camp, but she's on the up.
Definitely,
she's on the up.
I think with some more support.
Yeah, Simon.
See it.
I really want to be controversial, but I'm gonna say not hot.
Yeah, I think you should say not hot. We're gonna be a bit safey, boys. Right, we're moving over to the. Can we just run through these really boring heroes? Bar one, I guess. Bright lights. So Teklevossen, not hot.
Not hot.
No. Max. Ooh, new stuff coming for Max, but for the meantime,
still not hot.
Not hot. No. Trip.
He's not hot.
And Teklevossen, you're in the same camp. No.
I honestly, I think Dash.io is not hot either.
I don't
know. Okay. Well, we'll all agree on that. I think she's she's the best mechanologist.
Yeah, she's got 5 card hands. She's fine. I honestly, I do think her health.
She had like 2 minutes in the sun with high octane, but now she's gone.
I really feel like the health hit on Dash.io is really showing. Like, I think when she first came out, it was really fair. Like, she definitely needed less health. And this kind of aggro meta, it just feels so good to sit down. If you're playing an aggro hero and you sit down against Dash.io, you just feel like, yeah, I can race this so easily. Just like basically start with them taking 4 health, right? Because she's 36 health. It's just free. It's just like, no, the matchup isn't free. It just feels like you start the game with such a huge advantage. And a lot of the heroes that are aggro actually block quite well. Like Syndra has a relatively good, not Syndra, but like some of the aggro heroes block really well and can actually work around like a boom grenade if they need to. If they put the boom grenade on the field and it's a red one, you can actually just be like, yeah, I can block that out. Just reset up and you lose it. And they get some bad banishes and you're just like, oh, great. I'm really enjoying this matchup.
Someone pointed out that Dash.io has feels like Briar. Like, it feels like a Rune Blade where you've got to sequence things right, and you've got a lot of bad cards in your deck. And those bad cards don't do anything, but they equal more value if synchronized properly. And when someone mentioned that, I was like, this makes so much more sense now. Channel Man Heroic does nothing until you pitch and play it, and then do the cards, and then you go, cool. Otherwise, man, what a pretty useless card. I guess it blocks for 3, but like sometimes it just is really it's like, I do not need this right now. I have.
Also, she's a lot of people running a raised face for Syndra, for Draconic, but a raised face just absolutely destroys mech.
But
especially mech that runs so many items, you just throw an erased face at them and you're just like, okay, I guess I skip a turn. I enjoyed running a raised face into Syndra because it showed me how
it didn't matter.
The what you call it, the
Draconic.
What is that even called? The thing that gives things Draconic that they generate randomly and very rarely use. And it's just like, yeah, okay, I'll just make it Draconic again. You're like, oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, does it do that?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. So it's really
it's so useless.
It's so useless.
Yeah, considering everything.
Thank you for allowing me to use this resource that I normally have no use for whatsoever.
Yeah,
it's like, oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Syndra literally just turns around and goes, "Oh no, I'm not Draconic." Anyway, head jab into leg tap into head jab.
Yeah,
it didn't matter. Right. Okay. So bright lights. All bright lights is pretty dull. Moving over to. Oh, what was it? Heavy hitters.
Heavy hitters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Not hot. Olympia.
Not hot.
Olympia. Not hot.
Nope.
No, absolute dumpster trash. Victor.
Not hot.
No.
Not hot.
No. I don't know. I think he's actually.
He's got 15 points this season.
I think he's actually looking pretty hot.
I don't
know. Hear me out, right? Hear me out. He's actually okay into some aggro stuff. I honestly don't feel like it's a bad call. He's probably a really good guardian for aggressive matchups because he's the only one that turns around and goes block, block. And I keep tempo blocking by my trounces and all this stuff. It's actually really annoying.
So Goldmane Estate is one of the most busted cards.
I don't know.
In the game.
I don't know.
It's so broken. I love it, and it is really good. And I think what you said is super accurate, which is like the best guardian into an aggro meta. It's like, yeah, sure. But wouldn't you rather play any other class than guardian?
You would.
He is the better. I feel like if you're giving Dory and Vincent
fine.
I think giving Victor a hot is a really bold.
Okay.
You're making a big statement if you're saying those two aren't hot.
Not hot. You're right.
Simon, what do you think? What is your thoughts?
He's not hot. He's not hot. He's a hero that Guardian stands play because he's a Guardian, but everyone else is going to look the other way and play something different.
All right, fine, whatever. Okay, KO.
I feel like KO is not. I am not seeing KO anywhere.
The brutes have gone out for now.
He's the best brute, but brutes aren't hot. So
KO's the best brute. Victor's the best guardian.
I don't know.
Dash IO is the best mech. It's
Dory's the best warrior. Doesn't matter.
I feel like I agree with you that Bolton is better, but the numbers really do not say that. But like, I think you're right about Bolton being okay now that this is gone. So maybe Bolton is the best warrior, but it's the same kind of. It doesn't mean that they're hot just because they're the best in their class.
Yeah, I don't. There's that. Oh, and while we're talking about warrior, I guess Kasai not hot. I've seen some Kasai's win some stuff. I don't know. I don't fundamentally understand what Kasai is doing. Someone's going to get me with it. They're going to play Kasai, and I'll go, whoa, I didn't see that coming.
I'll lose to a Kasai. Yeah, easy.
But I still don't think it's hot.
No, definitely not. That should not be a rule for something as hot. If it beats me, geez.
No,
everything is hot.
Simon, Kasai?
Not hot.
Not hot. Any reason why? Do you not know? Just don't feel like it.
Kasai, I mean, she's not the best warrior by a long way, let alone...
I don't know about a long way. I think every warrior's got a position. Like, do you know what I mean? They got a position of how they sort of see, and Kasai. I don't know. You're probably right. Like, because doesn't Kasai just kind of compete with Dory a bit?
Yeah, and I feel like in this meta, you want to play Dawnblade, and you want
she's going to play 2 weapons, and she's going to hit you a couple of times a turn.
She's too fair. At least Dory can accumulate, although be it quite slowly. She can get the Dawnblade can get huge against an aggro hero.
Yeah.
Kasai, I feel like she's going to hit you for the same number every turn, and you're just going to do your math, and you're going to be like, well, I do a bigger number to you every turn than you do a bigger number to me, and I'm going to end this matchup so quickly.
Yeah, we'll get to the last warrior, but I feel like it's almost like the KO and Leviah thing, isn't it? Like, you look at KO and you look at Leviah, and they're all kind of just going, I don't know, they're all the same thing. So which one's the best out of all of you? You're all kind of doing the same thing. And I think Bolton as a warrior is the only one that's just doing something a little bit different than the rest of them. Whereas if you look at, like, all the other warriors, Olympia, Dorinthia, Kasai, and even Fang, you're just going, right, I don't know. Whoever's doing the better numbers is the better one of the lot. Same with ninjas, I guess. Speaking of which, we're going to move over to Misfail. We'll kick in.
Now we got some heroes, man.
Now we're cooking. Weirdly enough, we'll start with the easiest one. Nu.
I think Nu is hot.
Nu is very hot. Nu is super hot. Now, Enigma.
I still think Enigma is good.
I still think
Enigma's going to struggle into Syndra meta, though. If it becomes a Syndra aggro thing.
I think that you're right, and I think that you should never rule out Enigma players. I honestly think
I get it.
They will just find... Like, I think the Syndra and Viserai was just too much. Like,
part of me wants to just say all of Mismail is still hot. Because the mechanics of, like, the chi is just too good.
I will agree to Nu and Enigma. I don't think I agree with Zen.
I feel like Zen's I think Zen is hot. It's a weird one because
I do think it's brave for me saying it's not hot. I think he's just waiting for a deck to come. Yeah.
I don't know. You've got a good point because Zen is going to win tournaments because aggro heroes just do, right?
Yeah.
Some aggro heroes
apart from Bolton.
Apart from Bolton, but so many people plays. The question is like, how do you want to do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is the Zen deck that is out there at the moment the best deck? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
It will just go through. It will just do dumb stuff, and it will win games, and it will get good matchups, and you can just take out your opponents and you can win tournaments.
Can I have a counter argument? So I think Zen was actually in the hottest position because he was probably in the best person to deal with Viserai because he did have on-demand Zen state, which was an absolutely crippling move against Viserai. And Viserai, I played against it, right? You can just get around it. You can get blown out for sure. Man, a lot of things really should kind of go against you for that to happen. And now that his best matchup is gone, what is he actually taking on instead of? And he's a ninja, so he's going to have to compete with Syndra and all these other ninja heroes. When I say all these other ninja heroes, literally only Syndra. But even ninjas get kind of waysided if there is just a better aggro hero. And I'm looking at Aurora a little bit, which we'll get to. If there's another better aggro hero, ninjas just kind of just sit aside. And then all the ninjas are also in a line on who is the better ninja. And is Zen better than... Like, do you know what I mean? What's Zen doing? I don't know. I think he's the most flexible ninja.
I think he has the highest upside.
Yeah. But I just don't think he's hot.
I think he is the lowest. I think Azalea is probably the lowest of my hots, but I think Zen is still one of my hot heroes. It's weird because I want to say that Enigma's not hot,
but she is, and you know she could do better than Zen.
Yeah,
but I'd be happy to go with you saying Zen's not hot and Enigma is, and me saying Zen is hot and Enigma isn't. So I think the answer is probably somewhere in between.
And I'm just going to say they're all 3 hot.
All right, fine, cool. We'll move on.
New is 100%.
Oh, new is new is 100% the best misspell hero. Which
Zen still has the late game as well. That's the thing people forget. Zen can still do the bullshit, the the traverse bullshit, right? Just saying.
Okay, Rosetta. Oh, okay. We'll start off with some easy ones. Cilio, not hot.
Cilio, gosh, yeah. Has Cilio got any points?
No, I think he has.
Cilio got 3 points this season.
There you go.
Yeah, 28 in total.
Yeah. Not hot though. Florian, not hot.
Nah, I don't think Florian's like. I don't think Florian's like there to take on the Viceroy.
No, he can't. He can't.
Yeah.
There's nothing about him that's just remotely Viceroy. Apart from when you go, oh yeah, well, you've turned him on and he's Mordred Tide. I'm like, bro, how long am I waiting? I ain't got time for this. Like, I can draw 2 Mordred Tides before you even got going. Do you know what I mean? It's not the same deck. But I think he could get. From playing Verdance over the RTN, Felling the Crown's a hell of a drug. Like, that card's broke.
Plowunder, Felling the Crown.
Oh,
they're good cards.
No, but Plowunder is kind of interesting. It is actually like when people say it's okay, and I did play it, and I did kind of go, "That's okay." Felling of the Crown is always okay. It's just 3 for 8. Give me a card. Anyway, so he's as good as Felling as the Crown. Now, Verdance.
What are your thoughts having played her?
Okay, not hot, but there is. I think now we're in the turning point of figuring out what she actually is good at and what she should be doing, which I think we always knew. But kind of like Iyslander, when we all saw Iyslander, and
she's the Bullander, right?
I call her worse Iyslander. She is worse than Iyslander. But when you kind of looked at it and you kind of go, I know she's good, but I don't know how. And then I think everyone's now to go, okay, I know how, but this is way harder than Iyslander because you're not playing on their turn. You're not doubling. You're not speeding up the process of putting energy potions and doing this on their turn. Let alone giving them frostbites, for Jesus Christ. She kind of does big whammo hits occasionally, and it is good.
She's a big earth hero.
Yeah, no, I think she's way better than Florian because she has Stormstriders.
Yeah.
And that card does it.
Stormstrider's pretty good card, eh?
But not hot. Not hot.
She's not hot to me.
No, but she can.
She's interesting.
She can turn on a dime, though. She could turn on a dime. One or two more cards, and I think she could actually be broken.
She's winning events, though, right?
Yeah. It's true. Yeah. Confirm.
37 points.
Oh, okay. That's way better than I thought.
That's 2 less than Vincent.
I think she's hot. No,
no. Let's be real.
All right, she's not.
Not hot, but on the up.
Yeah. Like Vincent.
Vincent. Not hot, but on the up. In fact, I actually see more.
Dash.io's got 27 points. Like I would say the dance having 37 points means a lot more to me than say an aggro hero having 37 points.
Mm-hmm.
Like winning with the dance
had to work for
is big. It's good, and I think that's really interesting. But I imagine a lot of those points are probably from the big win. Was it the dance won the
Battle Hardened?
Which one? The Battle Hardened. So there's probably a bunch of points from that because that'll count as hunted.
Yeah.
Yukili Bender recently just won an RTM with Verdance as well. So
there you go.
Not hot yet, but I
think it'll get there.
I think out of all the hero we said not hot but on the up, I think she's the best one.
She's mostly on the up, yeah.
I think
her or Vincent.
Yeah. Aurora hot.
Aurora's really, really good.
Aurora's really good.
Now Viceroy's gone.
No, I don't think it mattered. I don't think it matters.
I think Aurora's always been so good, and I really don't see people playing her as much as I would expect of like a really good room blade aggressive hero. I think because there's so many aggressive heroes now that people are really spoiled for choice.
Just dilutes,
I low key think she's tier 1. Like, no,
I agree.
I don't even think it's becoming low key now.
In the new camp, right, or not?
As
good as
honestly,
in the same level.
I do not know what a bad matchup is. Like, if you look at anything and you go, what is just going to crush Aurora to no man's land, right? I honestly can't figure out. I don't think she's like positive into everything. I do believe she does have some negatives, but it ain't that bad. I'm like, I look at every game going, yeah, I can do this. Like, if you see, you can't believe that you got a hero with all these 0-for-4s and he's just sitting there with a natural fridge, just going, I don't care. I'll just block it. I can just do one straight up 6 block and still keep doing 0-for-4s. And then, like, someone just goes Bonds of Agony at you, and you go, all right, I don't care. Here you go. Have a look at my hand. Strip 3 cards of my 0-for-4s. Gone forever. I honestly don't care. There's so much more.
Hamish Aurora main confirmed.
Nah, maybe. But
doesn't feel like your kind of hero, to be honest. Like,
no, it's too aggro.
It's not that. I have picked up some stuff. I have picked up some cards, and I think it was when I played Briar in Blitz at Nationals last year, and I got there like, this is pretty cool, and just doing 0-for-4s is kind of easy and really satisfying. So I picked it up, and it's actually really, really, really cheap because the deck consists of very expensive cards, luckily, that are generics that I own copies of.
Yeah.
So, and he needs a grasp. Got one of them. All I need is, 3 Majestics and the Legendary Boots. Got an Aurora deck. I was like, oh, well, why would I not do this? It's so easy.
Yeah.
Regardless.
I bought into her just as a little like, it'd be good to have those boots, and they're not too expensive at the moment, and it'd be good to have some gone with flashes, and they dropped in price quite a lot, and I was like, I'll just pick up these cards.
Trip, I actually think you would actually really like playing Aurora. Anyway, this is what's hot, what's not. So the answer,
not what is Trip going to play.
Yeah, what is not is Trip's going to play. Although whatever Trip does play ends up being pretty good. So
it does happen.
It does
quite
happen.
A lot.
Yeah, Aurora, we're all agreeing, very hot. Very
yeah.
hot. Probably as hot as new at the minute. All right, last one. Hunted. Fang.
Not hot.
No.
Fang is not hot.
All right, I'm going to eat my words here. Not hot, I think, is the worst hero mechanic in the game.
What, Fang?
Yeah. Probably would say Olympia is... Oh no, Arachne's in contest.
Wait, I couldn't even tell you what Olympia's hero ability is.
You can, or you can't.
No, I can't.
If a wager attack hits, you get a gold.
That's it. I genuinely didn't know. But I swear, Fang will be the same thing in a year that I will be like...
Now, do you know what my biggest problem with it is? That if you think of every single hero in the game, that some of them don't have their hero abilities turned on, do they? And like Florin and Verdance, they don't do anything until a thing happens, right? But at some point, everyone's hero ability is kind of active online. I have never, ever seen a hero have their hero ability. You had to do the work, get the hero ability online, and then midway, just cease to exist again. Have you ever, it's just gone?
Because they've used a fealty.
No, I played into a Fang, and I know it's the Verdance, but they've got Scour, right? I played Scour, and I blew up all of their fealty. And he went, I'll pop them all. So I'm like, I don't care. Now he's turned around and went, I've just turned around and played one card. You have no hero ability. I don't understand. Like, I looked at this going, I've never seen a hero ability, be so shaky in my life. Like, surely everyone's hero ability should be pretty just online at all times. Whenever you want it, it's ready, baby. Do you know what I mean?
Mm. I mean, Dash will argue. I mean,
what? Dash who? Oh no, Dash just works. It's the quickest hero ability of all time. There you go. Have a card. Sweet. Cool. It's done. But have you ever I just can't believe a hero ability just dies mid-game. And you had to do so much work to get there
in the first place.
It just makes no sense. Yeah, hero's not hot. Don't like it. And then someone's going to play a Pro Tour and it'll be busted. And then go, Hamish is so stupid, he doesn't understand fealty. Right. Syndra, hot. Let's get this over and done with. We talked about her pretty much all the way here.
Yeah, she's
Simon! What are you pulling a face for? What is this?
Yeah, she's hot.
Yeah, she's hot. Cool. Is that it? Is there like another hero?
Arachne.
There's actually two. There's two more, and they're both Arachne. So
there's actually three more. We've missed one along the way. But
which one?
Which one did we miss?
Jarl.
Oh god, yeah, but I think that was all right.
Let's do Jarl in a minute. We'll do the Arachnes first.
Yeah, okay. So, Arachne Marionette.
I don't think either of the Arachnes are hot. Ooh. The Arachne Marionette is doing pretty well though, so I could be wrong, but it's got like 66 points. So that's pretty good. That's actually very good. 66 is very high at the moment. That's not as pretty much all the big heroes that we've said have got big points. But Assassin cards are good.
I think it'll do well off the back of.
I just want to throw it out there.
Especially,
it is really hard to get that bloody assassin dagger. Is it Clave? I think it is. That is genuinely hard. Like I was toying with playing a little bit of Arachne Slip Through the Cracks just as a bit of fun. Just a bit of go again, stealth action, throw in the codexes, have a grand old time. And because I don't have the Clave, I'm just like, nah, I can't be bothered. I can't find one, so I'll just play something else. And I do think that is impacting on Arachne a bit, where it's just like, well, I want to play this hero with this weapon, and I can't get the weapon, so I'm just going to play someone else.
What's going on with this weapon?
That is really weird. I don't know. They said
it's got a really low rate of drop.
You need two.
I think I know what. I think I remember hearing about this.
It was in the video with James White and Ryan. Yeah.
There isn't actually a low pull rate.
It's the normal print rate for a weapon.
But I think they assumed, which I think is actually a little bit naive. LSS, sorry, I think it's a little bit naive to assume what they'll go. Well, we think you should only have one, so we printed to the rarity of really you only need to have one. But everyone doesn't want one. If they want two, you've underprinted. So I just found it a bit weird that they assumed that they kind of printed what they thought a deck should be. Seems a bit
it becomes weird.
No, but they've done the same with all the other assassin daggers.
No, but really, you only need
like
one.
Nerve Scalpel. Yeah, Nerve Scalpel and
but Simon, all of them don't compound on different the way it all works with March is that you want to consistently keep this marked things up and you need to flip the dagger stuff. It's a totally different thing than minusing off of that. So I think they just looked at the same, they kind of looked at the theory of the other daggers and went, yeah, it's the same. And I just don't think I think that was a little bit short-sighted into assuming that all the set, you put it all the same. I don't know. They might it's easy to correct it and just do what they did with surgical extraction and just print more.
Yeah.
Which they should do. All right. Anyway, I think the hero is. I've never been so middle of the road with this, but I will turn around.
The assassin cards are so good, and it's just like, well, Nu is a very weird kind of assassin. So if I want to play assassin as assassin was sort of meant to be, I guess I'll play this. But I'm.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I'm going to turn around and say.
I actually think Arachne's Slip Through the Cracks is quite good.
Yeah.
But it's not doing as well.
Simon, you're saying not hot with Marionette or hot?
Yeah.
Not hot. Trip's not hot.
I'm saying not hot.
I'll go with hot because I got my butt kicked and I think he's actually pretty interesting. Slippy.
Yeah. I quite like Slippy, man. I think Slippy's pretty good.
I
genuinely think this hero is great. Like it's so the hero ability is actually really, really strong.
Yeah.
Like I know it's
but if there are a lot of assassins in the meta,
Simon,
then it's not.
I know I hear what you're saying, but that mask
you can really build for this.
Yeah, that mask that turns around and goes, if I block, I'll randomly turn into a chaos agent, and guess what? Your attacks don't have go again because I don't have that hero text anymore. It's a one get out of jail free card.
It's 1 out of 3. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're I think Arachne Slip Through the Cracks is the most aggressive assassin.
Yeah.
In the whole.
There's a reason why I almost built it. So it's like, I want to throw zero for 3s and 4s.
Kiss of death, eat your heart out. Toxicity.
I think it's way better than people think it is, but that doesn't mean that it's hot. But I like this hero. I think it's cool. It's got a lot of the stuff cards have disruption built in. It's kind of cool.
Hot or not?
It's not hot.
Not hot. I don't think it's that. I think it's hot. I'm in the same, but Arachne and Slipney are in such a similar state.
It's so funny, isn't it?
I'll go with not hot. I don't know why I'm saying Arachne Marionette's hot.
If you ask me which one I'd rather play, I'd genuinely rather play
Slippy. Yeah, I'd rather play Slippy over the one that actually has really cool, interesting hero mechanics.
Yeah, I know, but it's just
6
like
demi heroes. I won't go again.
I like to go again, please.
I like Fortnite words on my hero.
Aurora has to pay 2 to go again.
This guy
just does it for free.
Madness.
And I can play Codex? Sign me up, baby.
Yeah, okay. Broken hero. Right.
Yeah.
Jarl.
Oh man. I saw someone take Jarl to RTN and it's just miserable. I think they lost every game.
Oh, I saw a guy take Jarl and he won almost all his games.
This is the thing. I don't know what it is, but I think you had the right point where you were like, if you're gonna play Guardian, Victor is the best Guardian.
I think Jarl's also in the camp of being one of the best. Like
I think I'm with Hamish on this one. Like it's like a fair Oldham.
Yeah. He's got Oakenhold. He's got more copies of Pulse of Isenloft.
The thing is that Oldham
he's got Mangle.
Oldham was so far from being fair that when you're just like, he's a fair Oldham. That's that's like I live in London and Thistle Tavern's in Scotland. Yeah. It's a long way to Scotland, guys. Like it's there's a big gulf, right?
No, I'll be honest. Like Oldham was as broken as Crown of Seeds. Let's be real. Let's not even sugarcoat this. If Crown of Seeds was still in the game, Jarl will be really good. Let's not sugarcoat this.
Cool. Be pretty cool.
Yeah. So these heroes live in these guardians.
I think he gets stronger. I think he gets stronger now. Viscerai's gone.
Yeah, I agree with that. I actually do fundamentally agree with that. One of his biggest pillars is gone.
Is there a hero in the game that gets worse now Viscerai's gone though? Like Viscerai's really good. Like Viscerai was.
You know what's weird? I don't think Viscerai was turning around going, "Oh, I exist, so you guys can never play." Maybe, and if he was, I don't think he's the only one putting his heroes down. He'll go, "Oh, he's gone. Am I free? Oh no, Enigma."
Viscerai was just a present threat. It was like, I don't want to play against Viscerai. Like, I don't think I'm gonna necessarily lose. I don't think that it's like an unwinnable matchup.
No.
Yeah.
But I really don't want to. I just don't want to play against it because I know it's really strong. I feel a bit that way about Aurora now. Like, I feel that way about Aurora. I'm just like, this is gonna be a tough game. Like, I don't feel like I feel like she's got good matches up into people. She does good numbers. And it's the same with Viscerai. It's just like, this is going to be rough.
Aurora's more consistent than Viscerai. Viscerai just goes, sorry, I'm broken. It's like, oh, okay. Nothing you can do. 15 rune shot. Like 30 damage out in your face. Jarl, don't know. To be honest, I'm going to say not hot. I would really not be surprised to see Jarl become a thing for Pro Tour London. Like, I can see that now that Viscerai's gone. And I think they're going to be dodging some matchups just like everyone else. But I can see Jarl being quite annoying. Really annoying. Because he's a nerf ice hero. So there you go. And that's everyone. For now.
That is everyone.
For now. Christ.
For
do you
now.
remember when What's Hot and What's Not was just... We got all the way to Tales of Aria and we were done.
Yeah.
We had to start pretty much at the beginning of this episode to fit it all in. I feel like we've overrun a little bit, right?
Oh,
Like,
we have overrun, but
we did do half an hour before we did Hot or Not. So
yeah, but I didn't realize. I thought we thought let's not mess about. Let's do What's Hot, What's Not. And oh my god, it's like it's basically, sorry everyone, it's like a bodged tier list. We're not calling it that. It's just three guys and an opinion.
Tell us what you think though in the comments or in person if you see it as a tournament. I think that there's a few more RTNs coming up, and I think in the next episode we can talk a bit more about the Pro Tour and the dates for the Road to Nationals in the UK being announced in other countries. But I think that gives a good overview of how we feel about the current meta with Viserai gone. And check out Hamish's video, which we literally published at this point would have been 4 days ago. So go back online and find it. And it's his goodbye video to Viserai. So,
and I left him on the chair.
With this new pillow that Hamish has got made with Viserai's face on it.
It's not my pillow, it's my playmat.
He can sleep against it every night, resting his head on Viserai's
do not do this.
Little face. It looks like a pillow, mate.
You're a pillow. Right, I love you everyone.
And with that, we love you all.
Love you, bye.
Bye.